mornings suck, don't they? Hello, I'm Ken, and you're watching Celt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that encourages young men and women to have the confidence and competence they need to conquer the kitchen. Ooh, this coffee's good. You're watching our special breakfast episode, where, frankly, I cook breakfast.
Okay, we're going to make a bacon and eggs breakfast burrito, and we're going to start with cooking bacon. Now, watching bacon cook is quite dull, so I'll be skipping a lot of that for you. I like to turn my strips with tongs as opposed to a spatula because, well, it's easier, and I have a diminished chance of third-degree burns and starting grease fires. Flip the strips every couple of minutes and then let your bacon burn. See, nice and quick. When you think they're done, put them onto a plate with some paper towels to absorb the excess grease. And then just pat it down so the grease is absorbed even further. And we're going to pour the rest of that grease in the skillet into our grease tin. And then we're going to use a paper towel to get out the rest of it, like so. Then we're going to wash that skillet so we can use it to saute our onions and jalapenos. Now, you don't need to add a lot of onions or jalapenos for this part. And I just tore the onion because I didn't care enough to cut it. I got my jalapenos from a jar, but you can use a fresh one if you like. Seems like way too much work to me though. Let that saute in the oil for a few minutes, until it just starts to turn a delicious brown colour. Now we're going to add our eggs. I crack my eggs one-handed because, well, I'm Scottish, I'm amazing. But you can use two hands if you like. Someday I'll make a video showing you how to do it. Stir your egg mixture around a wee bit until it starts to cook, and then add a good handful of cheese. Now we're going to stir that around until the cheese melts. Eggs didn't take long to cook, so don't worry about that. Looks like we're ready to make our burrito. Oh, but wait, we need to heat the tortilla first. Now, if you prefer, you can nuke this thing, but I like to use tongs and pass it a few times over an open flame. It browns the tortilla shell and it makes it quite puffy, which is very tasty. Okay, now it's time to plate. We start with a bit of bacon, add our egg scramble, and then we just top it off with the rest of our bacon. Now, to fold your burrito, well, I've not quite mastered that, but if you can hold it, you can eat it.
Well, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you learned something. I know I sure did. Specifically, I learned that I can't fold burritos. But that doesn't really matter, as long as you can hold it in your hand, stuff it in your mouth. That's the important part about food. Who cares how nice it looks, you're gonna eat it. But for the meantime, you're watching Celt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that encourages young men and women to have the confidence and competence they need to conquer the kitchen. If you'll excuse me, it's time to start my day with the most important meal of the day. You're watching Celt Can Cook, the Scottish cooking channel that constantly gets interfered with by setting sun. Very annoying.